Welcome to In Focus, where we go one-on-one with the Republican field of presidential candidates. I'm Tara Wall, your host. He was recently re-elected for a second term as Ohio's 69th governor, but he's also an author and former investment banker. I sat down with John Kasich to talk about why he wants your nomination for president and a few things you probably didn't know. Welcome to another edition of In Focus. This week, my guest is Ohio Governor John Kasich. Thank you so much for joining us on In Focus, Governor.
You're welcome.
Oh, the great state of Ohio. I can say that because I was born there, so I'm a little biased in that front. We're going to get right to it. You said in your campaign, on your campaign website, that you are committed to bringing people together and lifting them up. How does that relate to why you personally are running for president?
Because I think the country's divided. And I don't think we function very well when we fight with one another and we're divided. Even when you think about your own family or you think about your friends, when people are unified, they're happier, more productive, and can do more good things than when they fight and they're divided. And I think we need to have a leader, not just one, but leaders in this country that are going to work to not just talk the talk, but walk the walk and bring people together, because America is always stronger when we're united than when we're fighting.
You talk about a balanced budget, cutting taxes, job creation, a number of issues. Those seem to be the top. What would you say, though, is the biggest concern facing Americans right now?
Well, I think they have a lot of concerns. I mean, I think they're worried about losing their job at an advanced age, how they're going to support their family. They're concerned about their kids. Are they going to be able to get a job when they have rung up such big, massive student loans? They're worried about a tsunami of drugs in their community. People who are poor wondering whether America is made for them. I mean, there's a lot of things. And are we safe? That's another thing. I think they're worried about a number of things. But I think the answers lie in, first of all, economic growth. People need to have jobs and opportunity. They have to have skills. They have to have training. And then I think at the same time, everybody has to feel as though they play a role in America. That, just because it's not just for one group, it's for everyone to have an opportunity to rise.
For those who don't know you or just getting to know you, tell us why or how you became a Republican.
Well, I've never been a fan of big institutions, and I think that what we find is with Democrats, God bless them, is that they think that if there's a problem, government ought to rush in there. And I think Republicans think that government is a last resort more than a first resort. And doesn't mean we shouldn't have any government. Of course we need some government, but we don't want to have big bureaucracies and lines, and we see what happens today in the country. When government gets so big, it can't function very effectively. And that's basically why I'm a Republican.
On a little bit of a personal level, from a professional standpoint, who would you say has had the most influence on you professionally?
Oh, I think there have been a great number. There's not any one person. People that I worked with in the legislature, people that I've read about in books, and some who I've met who have shown great courage. Obviously I got a chance when I was a young man to meet Reagan. He was also, really, really good and positive. I have a priest that was very ill, but he was willing to put up with the pain and suffering if that's what was meant to happen to him. I mean, I've met so many people who are inspiring to me. I wouldn't say there's just one. And of course, obviously, my mother and father are inspiring to me also.
Anyone that shaped you like your political ambitions?
Not really, no. I would say that probably my philosophy was shaped by my upbringing to a large degree in McKees Rocks, where it was very blue collar, very Democrat. If wind blew the wrong way, people found themselves out of work, and there weren't a lot of people to stick up for them. They were sort of underdogs. So I'm always motivated by not by tearing anybody down at the top, but making sure the people who are trying to get to the top have a voice.
And finally, tell me something that people don't know about you, or you think people may not know about you.
Well, I think there's an awful lot they don't know about me because I'm not that well known. I have a beautiful family. I've got a couple girls and twin daughters who are 15, and great wife, and lots of friends. And I never moved. I'm governor of the state, but I never moved into the governor's residence. Stayed in my home. We lead a pretty normal life, and things are pretty good.
Great. Well, we want to thank you for joining us for this edition, and we wish you lots of luck on the campaign trail.
Thank you. Yeah, we're having a good time out there.
I'm Tara Wall. Thank you for watching In Focus. You can check out the series at GOP.com.